When you begin to wake spiritually, you enter a private realm. Not everything seen or felt in that realm should be spoken. What is sacred loses its power when exposed to those who cannot understand it. Silence protects depth. Awareness thrives in solitude. Your inner vision is the light that appears when the outer world begins to fade in importance. It is born in silence and grows through stillness. When you start to see beyond appearances, you touch truths that most cannot grasp. These visions are not random images or fantasies, they are revelations from the deeper layers of your psyche. They show you who you are beneath your roles and illusions. They expose the symbols that carry the meaning of your life. Sharing them too early weakens their essence. When you tell others about what you see, they interpret it through their limited experience. Their opinions, doubts, or disbelief can pollute your perception. What was once pure becomes uncertain. You start to question your own insight, and the sacred connection fades. The unconscious does not reveal its secrets to be debated. It reveals them to be lived. Your inner vision demands patience. It matures slowly like a seed in dark soil. You must let it take root before it meets the world. When you hold it in silence, it becomes wisdom. When you expose it too soon, it becomes noise. Protect your vision as you would protect fire in a storm. Keep it close, nourish it with reflection, and let it guide you quietly until it shapes your outer life without the need for explanation. Your shadows are the forgotten and rejected parts of your personality. They are the emotions you hide, the desires you deny, the thoughts you condemn. They live in the dark corners of your mind, waiting for acknowledgement. To become spiritually awake, you must face them without fear or judgment. The shadow is not your enemy. It is the teacher you have avoided meeting. When you see your darkness clearly, you understand your humanity. You realize that good and evil both exist within you. This realization brings humility and strength. You stop pretending to be pure and start becoming real. Each time you accept a part of your shadow, you reclaim lost energy. You become whole again. But this work is deeply personal. It cannot be shared with those who still live in denial of their own darkness. If you reveal your shadow to the unprepared, they will misunderstand you. They will see weakness where there is courage. They will see sin where there is healing. Most people fear their own reflection, so they reject the truth in yours. Protect this process from judgment and curiosity. The shadow reveals itself only in trust and silence. Let your shadow speak to you in private moments. Watch how it reacts to pain, envy, or desire. Study its patterns without shame. When you integrate it, it no longer controls you. It becomes your ally. You begin to act from awareness instead of reaction. True strength is born when you can look at your darkness without turning away. Only then can your light become authentic, not a mask for fear but an expression of inner balance. Your spiritual practice is the private tool you use to meet the deeper parts of yourself. You shape it from need and intuition. You test it alone. You refine it by listening, not by explaining. When you share your methods too soon, they harden into doctrine. Others will copy the form and miss the meaning. Your practice then becomes imitation, not living work. You lose the subtle feedback that tells you whether the practice serves your inner growth. Keep the mechanics to yourself. Speak only of effects when you must. Teach by example, not by instruction. Let ritual remain flexible. Let discipline be inward, not performative. Guard your routines from praise and critique. Praise will inflate your ego. Critique will make you defensive. Both will bend your practice toward image, away from truth. Allow your practice to change in secrecy. Test new methods in solitude. Abandon what dulls you. Embrace what opens you. Over time, your practice will shape a steadier life. When your awareness deepens, you begin to see beyond appearances. You notice what others try to hide. You feel their pain before they speak. You sense motives beneath actions and emotions behind silence. This is intuition born from spiritual clarity. It gives you quiet understanding of human nature. But this insight is not permission to expose others. It is a responsibility that demands restraint. When you reveal to someone what they are not ready to see, you threaten their sense of identity. Most people live behind defenses that protect them from the truth. When those walls are broken too early, they react with anger, denial, or fear. They will see you as a threat, not as a mirror. Your words may wound them, and you will lose their trust. True perception must serve healing, not pride. Use your insight to cultivate compassion. Observe without judgment. Know without declaring. Help others only when they ask, and only to the extent they can receive. The wise do not announce what they see, they guide with presence. Sometimes silence heals more than words. Your intuition is not meant to expose others, it is meant to refine you. Each time you sense hidden pain in someone else, you are reminded of your own. Each time you notice a pattern in another, you are called to watch it within yourself. The purpose of insight is not control but understanding. The awakened mind sees truth everywhere, yet speaks it only when truth will nurture, not harm. Your next stage of growth begins quietly. It does not announce itself, it forms in silence, deep beneath your thoughts. When your awareness expands, you begin to feel a shift long before you can name it. Something inside you starts releasing what no longer fits. Old patterns lose their hold. Familiar desires lose their meaning. This transition is delicate. It must unfold without interference. When you speak too soon about your transformation, you expose it to misunderstanding. Others will question what they cannot feel. They will analyze, compare, or doubt. Their opinions, even well-meant, can interrupt the natural rhythm of your growth. You may start performing change instead of living it. True evolution does not need validation, it only needs space. Growth happens in solitude. It asks you to trust the unseen. You will feel uncertain at times, as if nothing is moving. But silence is not emptiness, it is preparation. The self reshapes itself quietly, just as a tree grows unseen beneath the soil before breaking the surface. Protect this stage from outside influence. Resist the need to define what is happening. Let your life reflect your growth, not your words. The proof will appear in how you think, how you act, and how you respond to life. When your transformation is complete, it will speak for itself. Real change never needs explanation. It reveals itself through presence, through calm, through the simple power of being. Your past pain is the raw material of your transformation. It carries the story of what broke you and what shaped you. Every wound left a trace in your soul, a reminder of what you once could not face. To awaken spiritually, you must meet that pain without resistance. It is not your enemy. It is your mirror. It shows where your strength was born and where your truth began. Speaking too freely about your pain can weaken the healing process. When you expose it before it has settled into wisdom, others may judge or pity you. They may turn your suffering into gossip or sentiment. Pity does not heal. It keeps you tied to the role of the wounded. Real healing happens in silence, when you face what happened without needing anyone to validate it. Pain loses power when you observe it clearly. Each memory that once burned becomes neutral when understood. You begin to see meaning where before there was only loss. This understanding cannot be given by others. It must rise from within. Keep your past pain private until it transforms into strength. Then you can speak from clarity, not from hurt. The words that come after healing do not seek sympathy, they offer insight. They no longer say, "Look what I suffered." They say, "This is what I learned." Only then does pain fulfill its purpose. Your deepest desires are not fleeting wants. They come from the center of your being. They reveal what your soul seeks to become. When you feel them, they carry a quiet certainty. They are not about status or approval. They are about alignment with your purpose. Most people live disconnected from their true desires. They chase what the world rewards and ignore what the heart calls for. But when you awaken spiritually, your desires begin to shift. You no longer crave what pleases the ego. You long for what nourishes the soul. These desires demand honesty and courage because they often lead you away from comfort and toward transformation. Speaking about them too early exposes them to noise. Others will project their own fears or ambitions onto your vision. They may call your desire unrealistic or selfish. Their doubt can plant confusion in you before your purpose has taken form. What begins as inspiration can become hesitation. Protect your desires from interference until they are strong enough to withstand external pressure. Keep them close. Work on them quietly. Let them reveal their meaning through your actions, not your explanations. True desire does not need to be declared. It expresses itself through persistence, discipline, and clarity. When the time is right, your life will reflect what you have longed for without the need for words. Your desire will have become your path. Your spiritual experiences arrive without permission. You feel them in body, not only in thought. They break the small certainty you once held. They reveal symbols the conscious mind cannot name. You sense archetypes at work. You meet impulses that feel older than your life. These events do not ask for explanation. Words will reduce their power. You must first live them and then study them. Record what you can, without performance. Test their meaning in silence. Let them change how you act, not how you speak. Over time they shape a new center of gravity in you. When they mature, they guide your choices without needing applause. Your inner peace is the result of alignment between your thoughts, emotions, and actions. It is not given by circumstance but earned through awareness. You reach it when you stop fighting what is and begin to understand what is within you. Peace arrives quietly, after struggle has taught you the cost of resistance. It grows stronger each time you choose understanding over reaction. When you find this state, protect it. Do not discuss it often. Many live in conflict and do not recognize calm as strength. They may try to test you, to pull you back into their noise. They will argue, provoke, or dismiss your quiet as detachment. Their restlessness will seek company, and your peace will feel like a mirror they cannot face. Stay silent. You do not need to explain your balance to anyone. Peace is not about withdrawal, it is about mastery. You still act, decide, and speak, but from clarity, not emotion. You see chaos without becoming it. You observe pain without absorbing it. You respond from presence, not impulse. This is real control. Inner peace is fragile in the beginning. It requires solitude to take root. Over time, it becomes stable. It no longer depends on the world behaving as you wish. It lives in you as a quiet strength. When it matures, it transforms your entire presence. People will feel it without you saying a word. That is the proof of true awakening. Your true intentions are the hidden engine behind everything you do. They shape your energy, your tone, and your outcomes. You can hide words, but not motives. The unconscious reveals them through action, expression, and silence. When your intentions are clear, your path becomes steady. When they are mixed, your life becomes divided. Spiritual awakening exposes these motives. You begin to see why you act, why you help, why you seek recognition. Many intentions are born from fear, not truth. You want to be liked, respected, or seen as good. The ego disguises these drives as virtue. Real growth begins when you stop pretending and face your real reason for doing anything. Your intentions must remain private until purified. If you speak of them too early, they lose focus. Others will interpret them through their own lens. Some will discourage you. Some will imitate you for the wrong reasons. The more you discuss what you plan to do, the more energy you spend talking instead of doing. Silence keeps direction sharp. Let your actions reveal what you mean. Quiet effort has more power than public declarations. Every result carries the proof of your intent. When the work is honest, it will speak for itself. You will not need to convince anyone of your purpose. Keep your true intentions between you and your conscience. When they are clean, the outer world aligns naturally. Spiritual awakening is not about being understood. It is about becoming whole. Preserve what is sacred. Let your silence become your strength.